What's up, everybody? It's your boy Legend, and I am back with another video. What if Naruto was the last God of Shinobi part 6? Now, the like goal for the video is going to be 7 likes. You know what? Every video is going to have a like goal of 7 likes. If you want the next part of any video, just get the current video to 7 likes. So, hit that like button, subscribe while you're at it. Now, 2 things. Number 1, I'm slightly under the influence of my pain medication to cope with my medical issues. So just bear with me on that. This video will still be a quality video, so you don't have to worry about that. I will ensure you guys that. And number 2, the reason why this video took so long is because of 2 things. 1, there was a lemon smack in the middle of the video. So I couldn't skip the lemon and come back to it like I usually do. I had to write through the lemon and continue the video. And 2, I have a thumb injury. My left thumb is injured. And the way I write, I type it out. So basically, that's why the video took so long. But with that out of the way, let's just get into this intro so we can start this video. The alley was dark and narrow, and the flickering streetlight above cast warped shadows across the cracked stone walls. A pair of feral cats yawned in the distance, their screeches blending with the occasional creak of old wood and rustling leaves in the wind. In the corner of the alley, tucked near an overflowing trash heap, sat a squat dented dumpster, only it wasn't a dumpster. The metallic sheen shimmered subtly as chakra pulsed beneath its surface. Naruto Uzumaki's shadow clone remained still, transformed via henge into the perfect disguise, suppressing its chakra signature to an imperceptible thread. The real Naruto lay sound asleep across the village, but his clone's senses were sharp, focused, and unwavering. 2 figures stopped at the alley's edge. Baki's jagged headband gleamed faintly beneath the moonlight, his face stern, voice low. "Is everything going good on your master's end?" he asked, standing shoulder to shoulder with a far more composed Kabuto. Kabuto's silver hair and glasses caught the dim glow. He didn't look at Baki. His eyes remained ahead, distant, reflective. "Everything with Orochimaru is fine," he said smoothly. "The invasion will proceed during the final exams as planned." The clone barely stirred. Every word was absorbed, cataloged. Baki nodded slowly, the weight of treason pressing heavily in the humid night air. "And if things don't go according to plan, your village will aid us, correct?" Kabuto's lips twitched into a tight, insincere smile. Inwardly, he sneered. Orochimaru had no intention of aiding the sand. They were tools, disposable. But outwardly, he nodded. "Yes," he said flatly. "You will receive assistance if things go wrong." Satisfied, Baki folded his arms, gazing briefly down the alley. The clone froze, uncertain if he'd been spotted. Then Kabuto turned to leave, only to pause. "Now," he said, voice low and cold, "are you going to take care of our little spy, or should I?" Baki grinned under his breath. "Don't worry, I'll deal with them." Kabuto vanished in a silent flicker. At the alley's corner, just beyond the faint glow of the lanterns, a figure turned sharply and vanished into the rooftops. Hayate Gecko. He had been listening, from the shadows, hidden, but not well enough. Baki growled and immediately gave chase, the alley echoing with the faint swoosh of chakra-enhanced speed. But Naruto's clone had already released its transformation the moment Baki turned. With the meeting over, its mission complete. The clone dispelled with a soft puff of smoke, scattering leaves and dust as the memory surged back into Naruto's subconscious. Meanwhile, at a quiet but rough neighborhood near the edge of Konoha, a lone figure stood on a modest porch. Araya. She fidgeted with her hands, her dark blue eyes locked on the weathered door in front of her. She shifted on her feet, her breath a little uneven. She hadn't planned this, not entirely, but when the power went out in her apartment building, leaving her with nothing but darkness and cold water, her mind hadn't even hesitated on who to turn to. Naruto. She wore a pair of fitted white stretch shorts that hugged her hips and stopped high at her thighs, revealing smooth, toned legs that caught the pale light of the porch lantern. A loose blue t-shirt hung comfortably over her upper body, the fabric thin but soft. Her black hair was tied in a messy bun, strands falling to frame her face. She looked effortlessly beautiful, though she felt nothing but nerves. Before she could talk herself out of it, she knocked. Footsteps. The door creaked open. Naruto stood there, shirtless, wearing a pair of loose, dark shorts, his eyes widened in surprise. Araya! She gave a weak, sheepish smile. Hey, Naruto-kun. My power went out at my apartment, and I have no place else to go. So I was wondering if I could stay with you, just for the night. Naruto blinked, clearly caught off guard. For a second, his gaze fell instinctively to her legs before he shook himself mentally. His cheeks flushed. Yeah, of course, come in. He stepped aside, and Araya walked past him, offering a grateful smile. Inside the apartment was small but cozy. The furniture was old but cared for. The wooden floor swept clean, a faint scent of tea and soap lingering in the air. She turned to him. Thank you so much. Naruto shut the door, rubbing the back of his neck. There's only one bed, so I can take the couch. Araya shook her head. No, that won't be necessary. This is your home, Naruto. I'm just the guest. We'll share the bed. Naruto froze. His mind went blank. All the training, all the battles, all the discipline Jiraiya had drilled into him over the years. None of it prepared him for this. He managed a nod. Okay. If you're sure. She stepped past him, barefoot now, walking toward the bedroom with a soft sway of her hips. Come on, she said over her shoulder. I promise not to hog the covers. 10 minutes later, the room was dimly lit, and the window was cracked open to let in the night breeze. Naruto lay on the far edge of the bed, stiff as a board, facing the wall. He wore a clean shirt now, his heart pounding in his chest. Araya slid beneath the covers beside him, the scent of her skin and shampoo gently filling the small space between them. She didn't speak at first, just lay there, listening to his breathing. Then, in a quiet voice, She spoke. You're more different than I thought you'd be. Naruto shifted slightly. How so? She shifted, turning to face him. Most boys your age are loud, immature, self-absorbed, but you're... what? Steady. Like you've seen too much already. He didn't reply. Her voice was softer now. Are you okay, Naruto? Like, really? Okay? He turned over to face her. Her eyes were so close. She wasn't mocking him, wasn't teasing. I don't know, he said truthfully. She reached up and brushed a strand of hair from his forehead. You can talk to me, you know? I won't judge. Naruto looked into her eyes and, for once, didn't deflect or joke. I don't think I know how to do that yet. Araya gave a quiet smile and tucked her head gently against his shoulder. Her voice was a whisper. Then we'll start slow. Outside, the moon glowed high above the hidden leaf, its silver lights falling over rooftops and alleys. Far below, a jōnin named Baki was nursing a large wound on his shoulder. It was bleeding pretty badly. Didn't think he would be that good with the sword. But using the sword is what got him killed. Back in Naruto's apartment, Naruto and Araya were getting closer. Not metaphorically, but physically. Araya had slowly moved closer to Naruto. They were so close that their legs had started to touch under the blankets. Naruto couldn't sleep now. Even though she was facing away from him, he still had a beautiful 24-year-old woman with a nice figure, fat ass, and nice legs in bed with him. And not even a foot away. It was so bad that Araya could feel Naruto shaking behind her. Araya turned to face him in the bed. Are you sure you're alright, Naruto-kun? Naruto stuttered for a bit before finally getting his mouth in order. I'm gonna go sleep on the couch. Naruto went to get up, to leave, but before he could take a step, Araya grabbed his hand. Wait, I want you to stay. She pulled him back toward the bed and wrapped her arms around him. Just stay with me, please. She then placed a kiss on his temple. Naruto's breath hitched and Araya noticed it. She kissed him again, this time on the corner of his mouth. Araya, what are you doing? The woman smiled and brushed her lips against his ear. I'm finally taking what I want. She then straddled Naruto, taking Naruto by complete surprise. She leaned down and slowly pressed a tender kiss to his lips. Naruto froze. He didn't know what to do. Should he kiss back? Touch her? Grab hold of those hips that could drive any man crazy? Wrap his arms around her? He didn't know what to do. He then felt her tongue lick at his lips. The appendage felt weird, but she opened his mouth and her tongue dove in as she pushed him back against the mattress, causing his eyes to widen. She then moved, her lips gently going to the crook of his neck, placing a wet butterfly kiss on him. Then, with one whispered sentence, she broke him. Naruto-kun, please, I need you. Naruto finally moved, wrapping his arms around her waist as best he could with his smaller frame. He looked up at her as she looked down at him. Again, she leaned in, but this time the kiss she gave him was reciprocated. The kiss was a bit awkward, but it held passion. Araya's hand traced down Naruto's body. It felt wrong, what she was doing. It was sick, frowned upon, looked down on, taboo, and uncommon. But it all felt so right to her. She needed him, wanted him, took him. And in a way, he needed her. Not as a woman, lover, or wife, but simply as someone to love him. Naruto finally pushed her away slightly, looking at her in the eyes. There was an emotion in his eyes that Araya could see. It was fear. Fear mixed with a deep vulnerability. You're not afraid of me? Naruto's lip quivered at the end of the question. Araya looked at him, actually looked at him. She took away everything that he was to the village and looked at him. Not the nine-tailed demon fox, not some annoying, attention-seeking brat, not the fourth Hokage's son. He was just Naruto Uzumaki, a special jōnin of Konoha. No, Naruto, I'm not afraid of you. You're nice, genuine, kind. You care, and I know you'd never hurt me. Naruto had to blink hard to hold back tears that threatened to fall, and Araya kissed his collarbone as her left hand moved down to his toned, slightly muscular abdomen in a slow, teasing way. Her fingers reached the hem of his shorts and slowly slid down past his boxers. Naruto gasped as Araya's hands wrapped around. Alright, fam. We all know what I'm about to say. And if we don't, if you're new to the channel, then this is what I'm about to say. We all know that they basically doing the nasties. So, I'm gonna skip forward a little bit and continue. That was good for it being your first time, but it could have been better. Araya got off of him and stood up, stumbling a bit due to the tiredness in her legs. I'll be back. Gonna go take a shower. She then walked out of the room, leaving Naruto to catch his breath. The next day, Naruto landed silently on the tiled rooftop, the sunlight spilling across the body sprawled at his feet. Hayate's frame was thin and pale in death, his chest unmoving, his body carved with deep lacerations that still seeped faintly. The blood on his flak jacket had dried into black stains, stiff under Naruto's fingers as he knelt. For a long moment, Naruto's jaw tightened, his breath caught between anger and grief. You didn't deserve this, he muttered under his breath. Without hesitation, Naruto bit into his thumb, smearing blood across the surface of a sealing scroll. He pressed the paper down against the rooftop tiles, weaving practiced hand seals as chakra flowed from him into the scroll. With a quiet hiss of chakra, Hayate's body simmered, compressed into chakra and vanished into the storage seal. The paper smoked faintly, leaving behind a small black kanji for corpse. Naruto rolled the scroll tightly, tied it off, and tucked it into his pocket. He stood, eyes narrowing toward the Hokage tower in the distance. His decision was already made. He would take this straight to the Hokage. No detours, no hesitation. When Naruto arrived at the tower, he didn't bother with the usual courtesies. The Anbu guards outside the Hokage's door shifted at his abrupt entrance, but they didn't move to stop him. His steps echoed across the polished wooden floor of the office as he marched straight up to Hiruzen Sarutobi's desk. The third Hokage sat behind his piles of reports. Sunlight flickered across his weathered face. His pipe rested beside him, smoke curling faintly into the air. His eyes lifted from the paperwork the moment Naruto barged in, surprise flashing across his tired features. "We have a problem," Naruto said flatly, before Hiruzen could even open his mouth. He pulled the scroll from his pocket, crouched, and unrolled it onto the polished floor. His hand slapped the seal, chakra pulsing. In a puff of smoke, Hayate's lifeless body reappeared, sprawled, cold, across the Hokage's office floor. His cuts were savage, crimson seeping into the wooden panels beneath him. The sudden presence of death shifted the atmosphere in the room like a blade cutting silk. Before Hiruzen could speak, the air itself seemed to snap. A surge of killing intent erupted from one of the darkened corners of the room, pressing down like an iron weight. The air turned heavy, cold, suffocating. Naruto instantly turned, eyes sharp, locking onto the shadowed corner to the left of the door. His fists clenched. Whoever it was, they wanted blood. Hiruzen's voice cut through the tension like a blade, firm and commanding. "Yugao," he said, his eyes lifting sternly toward the shadow. "Calm down. Now." There was a pause. Then, slowly, the oppressive weight of killing intent dissipated like fog rolling back. From the shadows, Naruto could make out the faint shimmer of a mask, the shape of a Konoichi Anbu kneeling slightly again. Naruto exhaled and turned back to Hiruzen, his eyes burning. "So, what are we going to do?" Hiruzen didn't answer immediately. He rose from his chair, the fabric of his robes whispering against the floor as he stepped closer. His old, tired eyes settled on Hayate's mutilated body. For a moment, there was only silence, the stillness of a leader weighing his choices. Then, Hiruzen slowly raised his gaze, studying Naruto. Something about the boy was different today. "Tell me," the Hokage said quietly. "You did what I asked, correct?" Naruto nodded. "And Hayate? Was he with you when you did what I asked?" Naruto's hands curled at his sides. His voice was steady, though his chest ached. "No, I didn't go myself. I sent a clone yesterday to spy on Kabuto. That's when he met up with Baki of the Sand. They talked about the invasion during the exams, about asking for Sound's help if things went wrong. Hayate must have been spying too. But they caught him. Baki went after him." His jaw clenched. "By the time my clone dispelled, Hayate was already gone." He then gestured to the corpse, and now he's like this. Hiruzen's expression hardened as the explanation settled in. He gave a slow nod, though his eyes darkened with the gravity of what Naruto had uncovered. "Very well," the Hokage murmured. "Baki will be dealt with." Quietly, Naruto gave a sharp nod. His mission was complete, but The knot in his stomach didn't ease. He turned to leave, but Hiruzen's voice stopped him at the door. "Naruto." The boy turned, one hand resting against the frame. "Are you alright? Did something special happen to you?" Naruto blinked, confused. "What do you mean?" Hiruzen's gaze was heavy, but not unkind. He studied Naruto like a father might. The way his shoulders stood straighter, the usual steadiness in his eyes. "You seem different, happier. You walk taller, chest out, more confident. It's as if something's changed in you overnight." For a long moment, Naruto said nothing. Then, a smile, a small, almost shy smile, tugged at his lips. "Yeah, I guess something did happen." His hand rubbed the back of his head, his face flushing faintly, as thoughts of Araya rose unbidden. I met someone, and I love her. I'd do anything for this woman." Hiruzen's eyes widened faintly, before softening into a knowing smile. The weight of years in his expression lightened just a little. "Naruto," he said, his tone carrying a rare note of warmth. "What did you do? You didn't, did you?" Naruto chuckled, shaking his head but giving nothing away. The smile remained, however. Hiruzen leaned forward slightly. "Who is she, Naruto?" Naruto hesitated, savoring the name on his tongue before finally speaking. "It's the young woman who works at the Konoha bank." His grin widened with pride. "Her name is Araya." The office fell silent once more, but this time the air was softer. Outside, the morning wind brushed against the Hokage's tower, carrying with it the scent of coming rain and the tension of a storm about to break. But guys, I'm going to end it off right here. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe while you're at it. But without further ado, I am out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay blessed, fam.